Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.
Oh, is it time for me to join you?
Give me a moment to compose myself. Chivalry will never die.
Meow. Oh, it's you. 1 second. Now activating chat mode. You made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me. Objectively speaking, the trouble was entirely of my own making. Half an hour ago, I was at Hotel de Boer for a drinks reception. It was to celebrate the successful opening of a show, but it was draining my energy. So, I waited for the right moment, then snuck away so I could switch to standby mode. Probably because I'm playing the lead role in the show? Is that so surprising? I'm always getting invitations to do solo performances. I just usually get Linny to write back and turn them down. But then came the Fontanalia Film Festival. We took all the kids from the House of the Hearth out to see a film, and after it finished, they all started clamoring for me to try out acting for some reason. Even Linny was chanting along with them. Anyway, it just so happened that a director called Mary who had sent me an invitation right around then. I'll spare you the details, but basically, I ended up accepting it. Yep, you nailed it. I'm playing the role of a puppet. In fact, the show's called The Lost Puppet, and it's a masked mime show. So, I don't have to do any facial expressions or say any lines. Literally just a series of physical movements. The director says it's a very avant-garde art form. Art is not comprehended by the mind, but felt in the heart. At least, that's what the director says. At the drinks reception, everyone was crowding around me, saying, "Triumphant character portrayal," but being the center of attention is draining. The other thing is, some weird things happened while I was on the stage. Oh, sorry, Bonnie. I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. My bad. No, we just met. We bumped into each other right after I slipped away. Well, it'd be kind of difficult for us to communicate otherwise. Besides, I think she's taken a liking to the name. Haven't you, Bonnie? Yeah, that's right. Good kitty. We'll go find your owner soon, I promise. Nope. She's wearing a collar, and for the most part, she's pretty well groomed. If she is a stray, she hasn't been for long. Her stomach's been growling a lot. I guess she must have been missing for a few days now. But the reception... Well, I just find it exhausting, thinking through all the different ramifications of different choices and so on. It's fine. He got Fremonade to make me a little something for just this situation. Poof! A phaetometer. It looks pretty over the top, I know, but it's essentially just a box of cards. The way it works is, I pick a card at random, then look at the number on the card. Well, for example, if the number on the card is 5 or higher, I help Bonnie find her owner. I just have to believe in the bond between me and my cards, and... Huh, I didn't like that. Was I using it wrong? Maybe if I just... Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. Let's see... Which card did I get? 4. Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think it counts as fate. If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave it to fate, then that means it must be the wrong answer. Or... Why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you here, that means... Thank you. This one is final, I promise. Here, take the phaetometer. Also, if you have your own thoughts about what I should do, feel free to share it. So, we're looking for Bonnie's owner?
Every stupendous day starts...
Yep.
Why, of course.
Well, we've registered you as missing. Also, I just wanted to say thanks for keeping us company for so long. Well, I should probably head back to the drinks reception. If you've got some time, you should stop by my place to... Alright.
I believe this cat belongs to me.
I already told you, this isn't your cat.
Just take a breather, you two. Oh, you're here.
This is my friend's cat.
No, no. It's far more likely this cat escaped from the Humane Society. Bonnie?
That's the name I've given her in the meantime. Well, this complicates things.
I told you before. This is my friend's cat. It's normal for her not to trust me.
Listen, I'm the director of the Humane Society, okay? She just looked somewhat familiar. If she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take... we're an organization that specializes...
The Humane Society. Huh.
Yes, that's the... If it turns out I really...
It belongs to my friend.
Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Looks like I was mistaken. They do look similar, but there's an ever so slight difference in this. Well, I suppose this means I still have a missing cat to search.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Wait a second. You lied earlier, didn't you?
Lied? I'm afraid I don't know what you mean.
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes, their breathing pattern.
What are you talking about? The way...
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing speeds up as they begin to panic. If you're a bad guy, I'm sure you'll take off running the first chance you get.
And you're basing this off of...
Intuition. Nothing more.
Intuition. Well, I have to hand it to you, Lynette. You're right. I'm currently investigating a cross-border smuggling case. This cat here... Bonnie, was her name? Well, her owner is one of the prime suspects of our investigation. A couple of days ago, our suspect got wind that we were on his tail and fled. I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see if he'd come back for her. The impact of this case has been a new kind of illegal drug. Imitation synth. We confiscated all the synth on the market, and criminals, after the original synth debacle, we put several measures into place to prevent similar incidents from occurring. We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down evidence of some early transactions. What we were able to find out, however, has proven that the Marechaussee Phantom launched an investigation to track down every person in Fontaine capable of producing a drug like that. That's how we learned about Bonnie's owner. He's a researcher at the...
Lefebvre.
The Marechaussee Phantom found him in Poisson. In addition... At first, there wasn't much cause for It was only later that we... Obviously, this discovery prompted a further...
That's not possible.
Exactly. The family is engaged in... Pierre is one of those very survivors. He's been hiding away in the Fontaine Research Institute all these years. Well, my fellow guards have told me all about how... If I take Bonnie... Well...
It was at a dinner party. Someone tricked me into boarding the Lefebvre family carriage. Whoever it was, they took me back to their home. But before anything worse could happen, Father intervened. Yep. Father was the one who orchestrated the fall of the Lefebvre family. After all these years. Don't worry about me. He's been acting strange recently. Thinking about it now, it's very possible. Even after all these years, you'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we run into him along the way. Yep. I want to head to a little bit of both, perhaps. Okay.
Fresh fruit, sweeter than syrup.
Hup. Huh?
Lynette, you're, not at rehearsal?
You can drop the act, brother.
And that's...
Care to introduce us to your new assistant?
This is Officer Shovras.
Nice to see you. I should clarify something. We've brought on Mr. Linney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving a perpetrator who used magic tricks to commit crimes. I was hoping he'd be able to provide some valuable insight this time around as well.
So you've...
That's exactly why we're here. There's always been questions surrounding the fall of the Lefebvre family. Some people even believe the House of the Hearth was involved. Whoever was behind it all was extremely cautious. They didn't leave a shred of evidence. I took a look at the entrance and exit records of all the carriages that night. Let's just say, don't worry, I sought Mr. Linney's help with the smuggling case. The way I look at it, it's a collab. Not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette. It's just that my assistant here raised some...
Linny, I'm not the same person I was back then. That little girl who did nothing but cower in the corner in fear.
I'm sorry, Lynette.
Oh, and the next time you want to distract me, you should try a different approach.
Who's this?
Well, if there are no objections...
It appears the Lefebvre family was very... The family would use different emblems to mark differences in status, blood relation, and the like. In fact, the insignia that was discovered on the pendant...
It's highly likely. That very status might have been...
We discovered something interesting, though.
Apparently, Pierre was once addicted. He claimed it was just for research but it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way. Could have been a lack of personnel or a timing issue. As for his family background, other than the pendant, based on the samples, those traces might not... We didn't find any records indicating possible involvement in overseas transactions either.
Well, if his reclusive nature...
After he disappeared.
Poisson. You know Hotel de Boer?
A cat?
Bonnie is Pierre's cat.
Oh, that's right!
From what we've learned about Pierre...
Exactly. Bonnie might...
Wait. You think...
Meow. Meow meow. Meow? Near the coast?
Well, I've certainly never taken a witness statement like this before.
Well, if it works out...
Cats and humans are actually pretty... Of course, body language has its limitations.
The important thing is that we now have...
Seems like Bonnie is trying to take us somewhere. Gardamex ahead.
Look out!
Rest and rebuild!
Here we go.
No, my sword!
Hold the line!
Witness the power of Gugwa! Wow, Lynette, you found this place so easily. If I thought there was any chance you'd say yes, I'd recruit you into the Special Patrol here and now. No questions asked.
Sounds familiar.
Let's just focus on our...
Aha! Just as we thought. Looks like he's got more. These cleaning agents. The Special Patrol. It must have taken. But what are these other?
The material these bags are made of, it's quite rare. It's the very same, actually. Romaritime flower fiber. But there's something special about the composition of these bags. I took a closer look, and it appears they're not only waterproof, but also corrosion and leak resistant. Even the strings look specially designed to keep the bags closed nice and tight. I came across some bags made of the same material, very similar, but what could these big...
Huh?
When the Marechaussee Phantom searched Pierre's house... You're right. Only the lower...
Based on the various ingredients we've found, this appears to be where Pierre was cooking up his imitation synth. It looks like he used a special cleaning agent.
So then he transferred...
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind of... The cleaning agent and the sealed bags might get past...
The barrels we found were wet around...
Yes. With flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the water.
You think he used floating barrel?
But then, wouldn't the barrels...
Traveler.
Phew. Huh?
Is it time for a magic show? The wreckage of a small boat? This isn't the place. This isn't the place. Got it. Time to go up and report. As expected, we found a few pieces of rope and some anchoring stones underwater. With this anchoring system, we also came across the...
Let's talk this through. Based on the evidence we've collected,
It could be that he was trying...
It seems like...
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close...
Let's not jump to any... The most important... Let's say for now that he was only in...
Since we've determined...
We can certainly check the various... Absolutely. Unfortunately, we were You're right. They must have found a way to discuss... Exactly.
I'll run home and...
I should also head back.
All right.
Oh, Lynette, traveler.
Did something happen?
Oh. I'm in charge of guarding the port.
Looks like I've got another hard day of work ahead of me. No, not you, but things are...
Buy suspicious card.
Yep.
So what happens to the goods you...
Oh, we keep them if the goods are only...
Sorry for the wait.
Oh, you...
Actually... Huh.
Huh? We were so careful not to touch it.
Why don't you have a look at the travel logs first?
The Humane Society. Their name is all over the exit.
Ah, the director of the
Bernard, the direct... Have you figured it out too? When Bernard asked to take... The sealed bags we found at the secret... There were gaps around the lids of the barrel. Those drug shovers found at the secret... Pure.
The sealed bags combined with an...
During our inspections...
Exactly. Just imagine. If Pierre had already hidden...
So...
if you've got something as can...
In order to make sure the animals could... That step would have required... We've already proven...
Okay. The headquarters of the Humane Society should be somewhere around here. Bernard could...
Here are the people from...
After him! We can't let him get away! Give it up, Bernard.
Mercy. Have mercy. I'll talk. I'll tell you.
The Humane Society has done so much good over...
Look, I didn't have it.
No one asked.
Well, after I took over the it said that I could stand, but then I would order wooden bear, and a few days after that, that guy Pierre, look, I don't know.
And when did he send his final...
Just last night,
It's been a few days since Pierre's...
Sure sounds like you're...
No, I swear...
Well,
I know.
Bonnie helped.
And it looks like she's grown quite...
It was at off. We investigated so... Is there still any... Well... There's no need to rush. The Marechaussee Phantom... There's no need to rush. Bernard claims to have... There's no need to rush.
Now behave, and
That hurt.
Is everything... I still feel like... Also... No good. I've still got nothing, and I'm nearly... Alright. Let's go to the Humane Society before my energy for today completely runs out. It was that obvious. We investigated so quick. Is there still anything... The Marechaussee Phantom found Bonnie and the Lefebvre pendant at Pierre's residence. That was the beginning point of our investigation. There's no need to rush. Let's see if we can find any other suspicious... Bernard claims to have received a letter last night from Pierre. If Bonnie had imitation synth and thinking about it, Bernard, could it be that the person who wrote the letter also... Well, we've just... Yeah.
now behave, and
That hurt.
Is everything... I still feel like... Also... No good. I've still got nothing. Alright. Let's go to the Humane Society before my energy for... We investigated. Is there still anything? Well, we. There's no need to rush. The Marechaussee Phantom. There's no need to rush. Bernard claims. There's no need to rush.
Now behave.
Ugh, that hurt.
Is everything? I still feel. Also. No good. All right. Let's go to the before my. I didn't like that. Clearly, there's some design flaws to. Let's see. 4. Well, the card. If you want to get the right. So, to put it another way. Well, thank you. Here, take. Also. Huh? What you're. Is that really. You make a good point. Okay, so, stick around here and stay. Oh, good idea. May as well. Alright. I didn't like. Clearly, there's some design flaws. Let's see. 4. Well, if you want to get the right. So, to put it another way. Thank you. Here, take the. Also. Back to the. Nope. Besides, the drinks were. I might get sued for breach of. One other thing. Do you want to come with me? If you're free.
Let's move out.
There you are, Lynette! Where did you disappear to?
I found her outside.
I don't...
Fair enough.
So sorry we couldn't help you, Lynette.
Don't worry.
Maybe you could leave her with...
Sure.
It's no trouble.
Also,
Leon, one last thing.
Yes, yes. I, for one, was such a pioneering work. Speaking of the cast,
That's... On that point, you stay...
quite simply,
Exactly. I was honored to share...
oh, Lynette's back.
Hey, Lynette! Where have you...
Were you in standby? Those seemingly stilted movements were in fact an...
Oh,
A cat. This show looks on track to break box...
no.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
But don't you want the fans to know how you're...
That's true.
I'm sure the fans would love to learn a bit more...
How interesting.
Oh, really?
Huh? Wait, you're the traveler.
Wow! Are you a fan of Lynette?
Yeah, it's just... It's but at a tea party, I'm not normally... I think...
Lynette,
a group...
it's just the members of
Or...
3, 2, 1, smile.
My thing, you can collect your... Marry you!
I thought the group photo was the final hurdle.
Hotel de Traveler? Naturally, people want remarkable your performance. Is
No.
oh, basically, I think I'd give it.
So, you thought they were
Then again, I'm no. Or maybe.
What original draft?
Oh, he didn't show it to you? I had a lot on my plate at the time, so I don't know. The protagonist just seemed more complex, I guess, especially in the last two scenes.
Emotional depth?
Oh, I'm especially with a change of topic. I see you've escaped the crowds to seek refuge on the second floor.
No thanks. I'm...
Hey, at least let me finish. I have top tips on dealing with belligerent reporters.
Tell me. That was very educational. I expect The photo must be in this envelope right here. It's finally over. If it wasn't for you... It's fine. While I was on... I got a vague... Normally, I'm used... Or someone just took a disliking to me for no real reason. Sometimes you can like one person and dislike another for equally pointless reasons. Anyway, it was just a momentary stink eye. Okay, problem solved. I'm gonna take this envelope and go home. You have destroyed this work of art. I don't think we're gonna find any more clues here. Yes, let's.
I can't believe how... See? Can you imagine it?
True.
Do you have a moment, Director Mario?
If it isn't the... I'm guessing you're here to... I'll leave you artists.
I certainly...
Mr. Maloney. An investor or something, I think. I've never asked him.
So...
We heard that the original script for The Lost Puppet was quite different from the final show.
Oh, well, this is a surprise. It's not uncommon for scripts to undergo major changes as they're a mechanical puppet with a bumbling body but a sensitive soul. There's no doubt about it.
Sorry, you've...
All right, then. You shouldn't give your attention. The current script is the final version because it is the best version, and your performance best brings that script to life. Why, if it weren't for you, I doubt any audience would give our show the time of day. What letter? Oh my goodness! Destroyed this work of art.
Well, Director Mario, any idea who might have written it?
No. Who on earth would write such nonsense? Absolutely not.
Yeah, maybe Jillian could...
What? No way. Huh? I've got... You can't lie low. That's just what they want.
A competitor?
Definitely. Those lowlifes. Slander and lie. Oh, they're so... Stay strong.
So, a competitor, huh? But besides, I'm actually more concerned about Mario. When I mentioned, especially since Maloney mentioned, sounds like there was an original. Yep, she...
Forget about me. Exactly.
Let's move out. Let's move out. Let's move out. Lynette? What are you doing? You're not—
I've been to the Fleuve Sandra.
Things are different.
Bootlicking morons. I don't know.
Gina, stop that! Go home now!
Jillian!
No buts. How many times do I have to tell you? That had nothing to do with Lynette. If you don't leave right now, I swear I'll never invite you to one of my shows ever again!
Jillian! Just because Lady Farina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child.
It's okay. I have younger siblings too, so if you let angsty kids get you riled up, they'll drain all your energy.
Well, the situation's a little different in this.
We heard about it from
Maloney, huh? I'm sorry. I never meant. What's the. I don't know, who would do something like this?
Don't be scared, Jillian. Just...
Okay, I'll try. It's true. I was originally cast. I've worked with director Mary Yu many times before. A few months ago, he was hesitant, but
There's been a change.
Lynette? But she always turns these things down, doesn't she?
And that's why we cannot afford to waste this opportunity. Jillian, I understand how you... Next time.
I was incredibly disappointed at first. But I also know full well that I don't have Lynette's star power. Without Lynette, how could we ever convince people to pay money to go and see a mass? And if the show was a flop then, I got whatever disappointment
wasn't...
He did make some change. Jaik, one of the other
Makes sense. I hope...
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Jillian brought me up to speed on the situation. That's always the way with... There should be a cleaner...
No problem. The protagonist returns to the ruins where she began. Yep. Jillian.
What? Are you serious? But the next show is at the...
But not such a rare one for me, though, right?
That's different. This...
Fame in small doses has its perks, but if you play the lead, the fame will be yours, and I get to be free. Sounds like a win-win, don't you think?
It'll never work. There's no way Director The set for Act 4 would be changing actors at the last minute is just too... Plus, Maloney's friends have already published a ton of articles saying how this is the role. If Lynette quit the show and I took her place... If Lynette left...
Stop the whole show?
And that way, he'll be...
You know, it's a little
No way!
Jillian, in other words, be honest. You think they'd be...
Jillian, you were... And I think you know, so take it from me.
You guys... Okay.
Yes!
Wonderful.
Wait.
As long as we stick to the...
But... Sure.
I doubt. Who knows?
A fan?
Maybe there's someone out there who... It's getting late. Come on. Sorry for manhandling you. Nothing gets...
Just...
I'm so sorry.
I guess she must have... She idolizes to make matters worse. Yeah, not... Like I said, if it was my younger brother, I was in Jillian's position, so I can understand No, the way... Whoever was giving... we'll find out. On that note...
Over here!
Oh, you're... and Jillian are busy getting ready.
That puppet in the middle. Is that Lynette? She's so pretty.
Starting. Keep your voice down.
Wow, I thought it would be hard to follow, but...
Even though her face was...
Director Maryu really is a master of his craft.
I have a friend who saw the show on the...
I can't believe it's only been a few days since...
Your pension for the high...
What's the...
My apologies, Mr. Maloney.
Oh, very...
Are you guys sure this is gonna work? We're already halfway there.
What is this plan that you're so in...
Director Mary...
Korantan and Armory. Was that really Lynette playing the lead role?
Ta-da!
Director Maryu?
I switched costumes and masks with Jillian so that I could be the protagonist's companion and stay out of the limelight.
Lynette, why on earth?
You know my acting is amateur. The only reason if they'd seen me in the leading role during the first half, if you force me to play the lead in the second half, they'll be wondering, why is the actress suddenly giving such an underwhelming performance right at the climax of the whole story? These are just some of the questions. There's only one way for you.
Absolutely not. If I keep Jillian as the lead for the second half, what do you think will happen in the... What will your fan... There'd be tickets to... You can't just...
Director Maryu.
Actually, Jillian, but my responsibility...
And I guess part of that responsibility lies with me,
Lenny? What do you want?
That might be...
What's this?
A draft complaint letter, my contract, your legal fees, reimbursement for the Mr. Maryu.
If you do suffer unforeseen financial loss...
What the... Of course. All this, Mora, it's a pittance to you. Look at us. You don't give up.
That's not true.
Oh, brilliant.
Really. Almost as if.
What?
A couple days... Surprise...
And I would have...
You didn't send those...
Director Maryu.
To get Maloney on your side.
I bet you were torn.
Or do you choose Jillian?
Oh.
You mentioned... Or maybe deep down.
Right now, your work would be...
Did you say... perfect?
Or will you act now before Maloney and the critics can protest and make your dream come true?
The whole...
Director Maryu.
We've worked with you for many years now. We watched as you...
But...
Yes, we know. But then what happened? You began to embrace these methods more and more, becoming so reliant on them that every show you put out is overhyped by the media, and every script you write is edited to suit some celebrity's needs. Surely you must have... Maloney's friends are sick.
Look.
Well, it's...
Next time, huh? Yeah.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. If you make some money once, you'll want to do it again?
I won't turn my back on my dreams any longer, Director Maryu. Never again.
Me neither.
I had dreams too.
Huh. The plot here seems a little different from what the reviews said.
The protagonist wanted to return to the stage, so the puppets replaced all her parts with the latest ones available, built her a grand opera house, and summoned a huge audience.
And in the end, she forgot...
Hey, no spoil...
Oh, Khan.
No need to be... But in truth...
You really thought... What's worrying me now isn't how Maloney will react, or... It's... the audience. I've always thought the original script is better, but will it move them like I've always hoped? When Jillian does her curtain call, will they applaud her? What if people only came to see the show for Lynette? It feels like I've been...
We're right here with you.
Wow. Okay, this ending is...
I love how they brought back the set from Act 1 and gave it a whole... twist. Time for the curtain call. It's the more... I could always leave my mask on. No one would ever know.
This is what fame looks like, when it's truly deserved.
Jillian, you were a... well...
Really?
What looked like an actor unsteady on her feet wasn't...
Hey, Maryu! What the heck was that?
Our articles are already going to press. You bet...
Hey now, it was all of our...
Hold on. The decision was mine, and mine alone. They had nothing to do with it. If you have any concerns, gentlemen, then please direct them to me.
Marry you? So it was you? Well then, I trust you'll have no objection to me pulling the plug on this production.
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on? Why was Lynette not in the lead role? It took a lot of convincing from me for her to accept the role, and I had to turn down some big work opportunities to come and watch her performance today.
Lenny, it was all his idea.
Wait, Linny, as a matter of fact, this was a piece of performance art. In this play, the masks and costumes serve to obscure the differences. We took that idea to the next level with an actor swap. It's similar to deceiving the audience in a magic show. We employed this. It allows the audience to more intuitively.
Hold up. What is this nonsense?
Oh, I see.
That's probably more.
Maybe so, maybe.
You must have worked it out by the end of the.
Yes.
Hmm? You mean your show was partly inspired by Lynette's background in magic? Well, in that case, I'll have to...
Unfortunately, I think Mr. Maloney is going to cancel the show.
Cancel the show?
What?
A very valid criticism. Plus, it looks like Jillian is better than me at delivering.
Maloney,
Oh, one other thing. We managed to get a meeting. Anyway, and I'm sure today's audience will be discussing. Oh, of course.
Thank you both so much. Without the two, I always told my... Just like those... You're right. Anyway, I've been looking into it a lot over the past couple of days, but it doesn't seem like it was one of our competitors.
Ah, yes, about...
Lynette, do you have a moment?
Wait, you're Jillian's sister, right?
I'm sorry. Gina insisted.
Lynette, I'm sorry! That letter? I was the one who wrote it.
What?
Gina? So it was you?
Director, it's time for... I think we came at a bad time.
Lynette, Gina must have been worried sick about me. I'm sure he...
Jillian, no! This is completely...
Well, maybe we could...
Really?
After all... In any case...
But still... Huh?
The crew could always use an extra hand.
Thank you, Lynette.
Is it? Mary, you said she's a very... Freedom? I'm happiest when I get to... Yep.
Thank you both so much. I always told myself, just like those You're right. Anyway, I've been looking into it a lot.
Ah, yes.
Lynette?
I'm sorry.
Lynette?
Yeah, me neither.
Wait. But...
Oh, do you mean when we ran into you at the Full of Sandra? And you said some mean things to me? As I recall, you were only trying to look out for your sister. It was just a few words spoken in anger. Don't worry. Whatever it was you said, I've already forgotten.
Oh. I see. Well, it sounds...
I understand that feeling of wanting to stand up for your family when they're being mistreated. Really, I do. But next time...
Got it.
Why do I feel like...
Hey, here you are. Great! Everyone's in one place. That makes this so much easier. What do you think? It's group photo time! Okay, everyone.
Oh... Am I real?
Lynette, Traveler, 3, 2, 1, smile!
Now behave.
That hurt.
Is everything... I still feel... Also... no good. Alright. Let's go to the before... It was at... We investigated so quick. Is there still anything on... The Marechaussee Phantom found Bon... cause. We investigated. Is there still any? The Mara Shosei thing. There's no need to rush. Well,